All right, it's close to the end of the winter here in Texas. The standard here is to try and spray before the 15th of February, your pre-emergent. I'm going to show you the chemicals I'm using this year, things that I've been taught. Hopefully it can help you, because I wasn't really able to find anything on the web. Anyways, this year, it's 2019's the 13th, and we're using a chemical called Prodiamine. That's the active ingredient for pre-emergent, and then I add a post-emergent because if there is any loose weeds or anything, although they will die off, I want to go ahead and hit them. I just look for a real premier clean look. Say whatever you want about using a little bit of. I used the post-emergent at its lowest rate and the pre-emergent at its highest. Say whatever you want. Not important to me. It's just what we do. Anyways, so on your Prodiamine, we'll go over the label, what I formulated, and hopefully it'll help you out. Just real quick, remember that Prodiamine has a limit on what you can use it per year, and so we only use it once. We're only going to use it now. We won't use it. I'll run a pre-emergent again in the spring, and I always run pre and post it's just the post-emergent so inexpensive, it really doesn't even play a role as far as profit margin. Your pre-emergent's what really costs the money. So anyways, I'll just kind of show you my formulation, what we're doing. There's so many different ways that you can do it. This is what I do. It works well. My customers are happy, and that's the point of everything, to keep our clients happy. So let's go over these chemicals. Oh, and I also add a surfactant, a sticker with it. We buy all of our chemicals from Roselle Sprayer in East Texas. Great people. We're exclusive with them. Roselle Sprayer in East Texas. Even our chemical rigs are built by them. You'll see videos of our chemical rigs. They're custom. We love them. We don't trade with anybody else, so highly recommend Roselle Sprayers. All right, let's check out these chemicals in this formulation. All right, here's our three chemicals: our Metsul, our post-emergent, Prodiamine, and then our Roselle Silly Spread. It's our surfactant. We're going to go over Prodiamine first. Is this your pre-emergent? It's one pre-emergent. There's many different pre-emergents. This is the one we're using right now. Prodiamine is the active ingredient. My advice is to familiarize yourself with the active ingredient, not the trade, I guess it's called the trade name, but the manufactured name. I turn to this page in the label. Familiarize yourself with the whole label as any other label. Here's your different grasses for turf grass. Here's if you notice, it says maximum application of rate of Prodiamine select per calendar year by turf species. My properties, you can see this property out here. I have properties down there. They're all either these two out here, St. Augustine, they do have some zoysia, some Bermuda, but they're all in the same category. You got your Bermuda grass, your zoysia grass, and your St. Augustine. Those are the three types I really deal with. So remember, it's per year, so that's per acre. I don't figure, if I can figure off per square feet, it's easier for me. But I'm not really good at math, so it's easier for me to do it per 1,000. However, I have a formula per acre. Here's your per 1,000. Remember, it's maximum application rate, active ingredient, per calendar year. The maximum is 1.1 ounces per 1,000 square feet. So I have mixed this chemical in my tank at 1.1. I want a heavy pre-emergent down. I keep these weeds from germinating, and so I put it down at its highest rate. So I won't use it again. This year. All right, your post-emergent. Metsul. They don't have on this label it figured out by 1,000 square feet, which is so easy. Some labels are real easy, other labels are difficult. This one's a jerk to me. I don't like it. But anyways, you have to figure it out. So I'll shortly here in a second, I'll have a video on the formulation for the acre. It helps me. You can put a note in your phone and keep it so you ain't always having to call people. Here is your silly spread. This has your danger label. You can see even if you slightly get any of it on anything, it wants to damage it. That's why I have my gloves on. Don't be stupid. On the back of it, it'll give you your rates. I did it per 100. I had 400 gallons in my tank. I just sprayed about 64,000 square feet down the road. So it's closer to 300 now. But I just mixed at the low rate. I use a surfactant because I got the little post-emergent in here. I like to use a sticker. I feel like it helps and wraps itself around the leaf. So I do it, but I mix it at its low rate. I just did it at the 12 ounces per 100 gallons. Now I'll give you the simple equations for per 1,000 square feet and per acre. All right, rate per 1,000 divide in half is your rate per gallon. Again, rate per 1,000 divided in half is your rate per gallon. If you're putting out emergent insecticide or something with the broadcast sprayer, the general rule of thumb is you put out 2 gallons per 1,000 square feet. So it's rate divided in half. That is your rate per gallon. Total gallons divide by 80 times the rate. Why 80? The general rule of thumb is per acre you'll put out with the broadcast sprayer 86 gallons of water per acre. For easy math, you just go down to 80, and it kind of lowers the rate on your chemical too, but that's the general rule of thumb. That's how we figure it. So total gallons divided by 80, like over here, there were 400 gallons in there, so I had 400 gallons of water. I divided it by 80, and then I times it by the rate. So here on this Metsulfron, it is saying, okay, so the label for Metsulfron is saying a quarter from the type of grass that I've maintained. It's saying for a quarter of an ounce to 2 ounces per acre. I just formulated the quarter. Okay, so total gallons divided by 80 times, in my situation, the rate is a quarter of an ounce. So those are easy equations, I think, that can help you when you're mixing these chemicals. I have actually gotten business because the wrong chemicals have been used and killed the grass. You have to be careful with these herbicides. Read the labels. Some of them will damage and destroy the grass if it's in transition. So, and some of them won't. So just familiarize yourself with it. If you don't understand something, call a mentor in the business. Call your dealer. I deal with Roselle sprayers in East Texas. I can ask them anything. And so anyways, that's our formulation for the year. And remember, as you grow in the industry, you'll see this big tank, 525 gallon tank. When you're mixing your formulations, I actually wear a deal over my face, and I of course wear PPE and the necessary items to protect myself. So don't be stupid, be safe, and hopefully this video helps you with your pre-post emergent formulation. And thanks.